Hi everyone, welcome to AI Ki Pathshala, and I am Anu. And today we are going to discuss about the loops in Python. So let's discuss loop. First, I'm going to share you my screen, and thereafter I will open my notebook, Happy Defied Jupyter notebook, and I request all of you to open your notebook. And whatever the code I am going to type here, you have to type along with me. And if you face any, because the audio channel is open to all the participants, so in between my explanation, you can interrupt me anytime and ask me question. It will, because I want this session to be very interactive. I don't want you to sit there and listen to my philosophies. I want you to code along with me. And if you face any challenges, you can share with me. Even you can share your street. I will be here to resolve your issue. So let's go. First, we need to know. You see, during the last session, we have discussed about the conditional statement. Basically, in the conditional statement, what we have discussed about the if statement, if else, if elif else, and these are the things. And in the end, we have discussed about the range functions. So I think all of you are clear till here. Am I get yes or no from your end?
Right, yeah.
Correct. So today we are going to discuss about the loops in Python. LWOES. See, in the loop statement, what happens? The statements are sequentially executed. That means one statement is first executed, then second, then third. So execution of the first function is done first, then the second, and then so on. In situation where you need to perform a block of code many times, then loop statement will come to picture. Loop statement allows you to execute or run a group of statements multiple times. Let's say I'm using my notebook to give you just an idea of this. Are you able to see my screen?
No.
No, my screen is not visible to you.
No.
No, no.
Oh, is it visible now?
Yes.
See, in loop, what happens? There is some code written like this. This is a code. This is a block of code. Fine. This is a block of code. So what? This is one block of code. So what will happen? The code is getting executed first this line, then this line, then this line, then this line, then this line. It is getting executed like that. So in loop, what happens that from the first line, it is executed and coming to the last line. When it reaches the last line, the control again come to the first line. Then it again starts executing like that from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And when it reaches the last line, again the control goes back to the first line. So it keeps on repeating like that. See, if you want to execute some certain code block many times, multiple number of times, in that case, we use the loop statement. We use the loop in Python. So do you understand how this works? This is just an idea. We will be discussing the code, and from there we will be clearly understanding how actually the loop works. So let me first of all, what I will be discussing, I will be discussing about the while loop. The while loop, let me write a program first, and with the help of a program, I will be understanding the while loop. So what program I am going to write? I am just going to write a very simple program. Print a natural number. Print a natural number. Natural number from 1 to 10. I have to write it using while loop. Using while loop. Got it? Let me write. First, I am writing a code. Then I will make you understand. I am defining I is equal to 1 while I is less than equal to 10. Print I thereafter I is equal to I plus 4. And I am running this. I am getting the output 120. Now let's understand how this is working. First thing you should understand here is that the while condition, the while loop works only when the provided condition is true. As long as the condition is true, the true condition is, as long as the condition is true, as long as the condition is true, condition is true, while loop will keep on working. As soon as the condition becomes false, as soon as the condition becomes false, while loop stops working. So here, in this case, what is happening? First, we are taking one variable. I am just making you understand how we are using the while loop to print a very simple program of printing a natural number from 1 to 10. So first we are taking one variable I, and we are assigning a variable 1 to this variable I. Now we are defining a condition, while loop condition. What while loop condition is? We are defining a condition. We are defining a condition when I is less than equal to 10. When I is less than equal to 10, then we are putting this colon. What does colon signifies? Colon signifies that we have now the another block of code starts after the colon. So it is saying print I. If I is less than equal to 10, then print I. And after you print I, increment the value of I to plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1. Fine. So I am initializing, I am setting, in fact, I am setting the value of I is equal to 1 initially. Initially, the value of I is 1. I have set this value as 1. Now, when the value of I is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, it is asking, is I less than equal to 10? What I am getting? I am getting true or false? Tell me. When I is
True.
equal to 1, true. Okay. Then it is, since it is true, then it is going inside this block of code inside this. So what it is doing? Print I. What is the value of I?
1.
1. So it is printing 1. Now, here what is happening? It is incrementing the value of I. Value of I was 1 and I is equal to I plus 1. Then what is the value of I here?
2.
2. Am I correct? Value of I is equal to 2 here. Now, now the control goes back to this. Control comes back to control from here comes to here. When the control comes back here, what is the value of I now here?
1.
2.
Oh, sorry,
Because
2.
I have incremented the value of I to 2. Now, it now again it is coming here to checking.
Yeah.
Is 2 is less than equal to 10?
True.
What I am getting? True. So it is printing 2 here. Now again it is incrementing. Now the value of I is 2. After incrementing the value of I is equal to 2 plus 1, what I am getting? I is equal to 3.
3.
3.
Correct? After this, what is happening?
Again, it goes to the
Control
first.
is coming back to here.
Yeah.
Are you seeing how the loop is working?
Yes.
That's why it is called loop in Python, because it is a block of code is repeating again and again in a certain loop. Correct? Again, the increment is again the control is coming back here, and now this time I is equal to 3. So it is checking condition is true. Yes, it is again printing 3 here, and now it is again incrementing. Every time it is printing after the print statement, I am incrementing the value of 1. Let's say when the value of I becomes 10, when the value of I becomes 10, I becomes 10, then it is coming here and it is checking is I less than equal to 10, then print I, then it is printing 10. Now here what is happening? It is incrementing the value of I to 1. So what is the new value of I? I is equal to 11 here. Am I right? What is the
Right.
value of new value of I? At the end, I is equal to 11.
11.
Correct? And
Correct.
this time when it is going here, when the control is coming back to here, what is the value of I? 11. Now it is
11.
checking. 11 is 11 less than equal to 10?
No.
What I am getting?
False.
False. This time I am getting false. This time my condition is not meeting. Correct? When my condition is not meeting this time, what is happening? This statement become false. When this become false, automatically it is exiting from the loop. Because when it get when it get exited from the loop, only when my condition is false.
False.
Here the condition become false and it is getting exited. So only 1 to 10 get printed here. Are you able to understand this? Is there any doubt here?
No.
Correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
but
Yes.
I'm getting a different loop, I think. 2 is coming repeatedly, huh?
You must be doing something wrong. Either you must be doing an indentation issue or something other than that. Now, what I am, I will check that later. Let's not code. I, I need to explain something more to you. Thereafter, you will understand if you, what is there. So, have you understand this? Okay, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I am explaining you one more condition. So, let's take this same loop. See, what will happen if I remove this? Do you explain me? Any one of you able to explain me what will happen if I am just removing this? piece of code, I is equal to I plus 1. What, what will be the possible scenarios that can happen if I just remove this?
One will repeatedly come up.
Correct. Correct. 100% correct. What will happen? One will repeatedly keep on coming. And one is getting printed again and again and again. Because we are not providing any end condition to it. Here we have defined already. When I is less than, till I is less than equal to 10, print this and I'm incrementing every time. Here also I have defined a condition, but since I will not be incrementing 1, so again it is coming here and the value of I is equal to 1, again it is repeating. And and this becomes an infinite loop. If you can run this, let me run this. So to understand you, if I will run this, what will happen? It keeps on printing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and this situation is called the situation of infinite loop, because it is, there is no exit condition for this loop, so it keeps on repeating itself. So let me run this to show you. See, 1 is getting constantly printed, and this star is showing the program is still running, and it will never end. This program will never end. So to end this program, I have to interrupt in between. I have to open my kernel and I have to interrupt so that this interrupt. Then it get interrupted. So while using this like loop condition, we have to remain very careful and certain. Am I not going to fall in infinite loop? I have to check every time. Whenever you write this code, always keep in mind that am I not going to fall in the infinite loop condition? So that's why we have to check this. So what is the right way? I have to write some condition. It's not necessary that let you can write this condition, whatever condition. Condition can be anything. Let me write this condition. I'm writing. So let's run this. This time I have put certain other condition. I is equal to I plus 2. I am asking to increment the value of I to 2. So that's why I am getting the value in the increment of 2. First 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. Are you able to understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me write you one simple, very simple program using the while loop. First, we are going to discuss, we are going to practice for the while loop. Thereafter, we will come, we will take another loop. So here I am defining I is equal to 1, and I am putting one condition while I is less than equal to, I is less than equal to 5, print AI Ki Pathshala, and I am printing, I am giving this I is equal to I plus 2. Are you able to understand this?
Yeah.
So if I run this, I am getting this. 5 times AI Ki Pathshala get printed. Do you also understand? If I have to write this statement 100 times, or let's say 1000 times. So for the print statement, you have to write this print statement 100 times to write this. But if you can use a loop, you can code the 100 100, you can print the 100 times or 1,000 times or 1 lakh times this line with a simple code, simple 4-line code. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Fine. Now let's see another example. I am taking one variable s and I'm just one. Okay. And let's say I'm taking one variable I is equal to 0. And then I'm putting my condition while I is less than of s print one. I'm getting this. Let me explain you this. I have taken one simple variable I s and I'm putting a string value name and string value and I have initialized I is equal to 0. That means the initial value of I have assigned I is equal to 0. And I am writing this condition. When I is less than len of s. What is this len function does? What this len function does? Will you please tell
Length.
me, Mr. Mishra,
Length.
what this length? So what is the length here? If I apply len function in s, what is the output that I will get?
4.
4. Correct. 4
4,
because
4.
4 because 1, 2, 3, 4. It will calculate its length and give me 4. Correct?
Right.
4 is the length. So it is telling print s of I. What is I? I have initialized I is equal to 0 here. So total length is 4. Well, I is less than the total length. What is the total length? Total length is 4. Total length is 4.
4.
L is equal to 4. And I am defining this condition print s of I. S of I. Initially, I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. So first
Yeah.
s of 0. What this gives? The first index. 0 is the first index. In ANUP, ANUP, length is 4, correct? But this is the first
Correct.
index, this is the 0th index, this is the 1 index, this is the second index, and this is the third
Third
index.
and
Correct? So S of 0,
correct.
what S of 0 gives me? The value at the first index. What is the value at the first index? A.
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 A. So, and it is printing that value. So I'm getting A here.
Hmm.
And now it is incrementing by +1. So now what is the value of I? 1. So
1.
in the second loop, I have to find S of 1. What is the S of 1? N.
And
N.
N.
And I am printing the same. So I am getting N here.
Yes.
Again, it is incrementing by +1. So I have S of 2. S of 2 is U. S of
U.
3 is S of 3 is P.
S of 3 is P.
Yes, S of 3 is P. S of 0 is A. S of now then S of 3 value get incremented and now I becomes what? 4. When it comes here, it is asking, it is checking the condition. I is less than len. I should be less than my len of S. What is the value of len of S?
4.
Len of S is 4. And it is coming out to be 4. Is 4 less than 4? No. Condition becomes false. Correct? 4 is not less than 4. 4 is equal to 4. So condition become false. So it get executed from here. Is it fine for you? Are you able
Yes.
to understand it?
Yes.
Any doubt, Ruchi?
No.
Any doubt, Mr. Sankar?
No, no.
Okay, fine. So let's move ahead. Now, I'm taking have I explained you about the past statement? Okay, let's understand this past. What does past do? What does this past do in Python? So for that, I am writing one simple code just to make you understand what does this past do. Then we will go into some more examples. See, A is equal to, I'm writing int input, and I want to take input from the user. Please enter number. Enter a number. And second thing, I'm writing one condition. If A is greater than 10, you are greater than 100, I'm writing pass. Else, else print no. Have you understand this? So let me explain you this. What does this mean? I am asking for from the user to input any value of A, and I'm converting that value into the integer value. Yes, I'm doing just a typecasting. After that, I'm checking. This is the if else kind of condition. After that, I'm checking if A is greater than 100, then I'm telling that this pass. What does this pass mean? This pass is just what it is saying. Do nothing. Pass just says if A is greater than 100, do nothing. Simply, it means I have to do nothing, and it get exited from the this if condition. If this condition is not met, then it will go into the else part, and else is telling that if this condition is not true, then print yes. So let's just check. Enter a value. Please enter a number. Let's say I am entering 500. So what is happening? Since A is greater than 5, A is greater than 100. I'm entering A is equal to 500, and 500 is greater than 100. So this condition is meeting. So it is going inside this block of inside this if statement, and it is meeting this pass. So pass is telling it that you have to do nothing. Fine. So it is doing nothing. Simply. Let's run this second time. This time I am entering the value of 50. What I am getting? I am getting yes. Why I am getting yes here? Because first condition is not meeting. If condition is not meeting, so automatically it will print what is inside the. It is execute. It will execute what is inside the else block. So it is coming inside the else, and else says print yes. So it is printing yes. Now let's see what will happen if I do. if I do not put anything here, and let's run this. So I am getting an error. Why error I am getting? Because this is a if statement. Let's say if I am writing some kind of condition, and inside that condition, I don't want to write anything. Just like I am doing, I want to write anything. I do not want to write anything inside this if condition. So if I do not want to write anything inside that condition, uh, in that if statement, then I have to simply write this pass. If I will not write this pass, then I will get an error and my program will not get executed. So this is the use of it is used as a filler kind of thing. If somewhere, if you do not want to do anything, you just have to write pass. Python will understand that I don't
Passing the
need to do
function.
anything. Yes, I don't need to do anything here. I have to just pass. Correct?
Correct.
So here it is doing nothing. Mr. Misra, do you understand this?
Yes, yes.
So now I'm ex I'm explaining you one more program with the help of that program. This is also very simple program, and I'm going to make you understand the while statement in a more better way. So let's take, I'm taking one variable, notes is equal to, let's say I have 10 notes of 10, 10 notes, 10 rupee notes, 10. I'm writing the condition, say I is less than equal to notes. Y, I is equal, sorry, I is equal to, let's say 1. This is my starting condition. I have initialized the value of I is equal to 1. Now I am writing while I is less than equal to nodes. Nodes print I, and I am incrementing the value of I. So how I am incrementing? We can also increment the value as we have explained. This is also a way to increment the value of. Do you know this? Sorry, not plus 1 here, equal to. This is also, this is same as I is equal to I plus 1. Both are same. So I want to print here, print total money, total money is notes into 10, comma, and I also want to put into rupees. Repeat. So now let's run this. I have a notes of 10 rupees. Fine. I am initializing I is equal to 1. While I is less than equal to notes, print I. So 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 is get printed, incrementing the value of I every time. And here I am printing the total money. Total money is what? Notes. How many number of notes I have, and what is the value of the notes? It is the 10 rupee notes. So
Yeah.
total number of notes I have 10, and the value of that 10 notes is rupees 10. So I am getting rupees 100. Do you understand this? This is very simple code.
Yeah.
Because thing is very simple. Just we have to understand how to, why I am giving you so much examples, and that so many examples, that to very simple, so that you will able to get engrossed in your consciousness that this is how we use the while loop. Now we will see one more case of while else. This is called while. Just like we have if and else, here we have while else. And we will understand how this is working. And we will take the same example of what I have taken here. So let me copy this code because I have to make a few changes then. Paste it here and let's see how we will use while else here. So nodes is equal to 10, I is equal to let's say 1, while I is less than equal to nodes, print I, and I have to increment the value of this. After that, I am putting one else here to see how while and else is working together. How we can use while and else. I have to print this. What I have to print? No 10 rupees notes note is left. Correct? And thereafter I am printing this. What I'm trying to make you understand in this is see, first I am putting this while statement, while loop. So it is completely executing from 1 to 10. Thereafter, I am putting this else, while else. So see, in the if else condition, only in if else or if else, just let me write it so that you can understand this more clearly. See, in if else or if else, what is happening is that let's say if this is if condition and this is else condition, or here if condition, here else condition, and if, and here else condition. So what is happening here? Either this is executing or this is executing. Are you getting me? If this is getting true, then this is executing, or if this is getting false, then this is executing. If else statement get executed, then if else if statement get executed, then else will not execute. Here also, when we write this block of code, if else, either this will execute or this will execute, or if this and this will not execute, then this will execute. Are you getting my point? Hello guys, are you there?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
But
Why these both are executing? Else one, the whole complete
yes,
else one is executing.
yes. That I have explained you. This is the difference in the
Voice
if
is not
else.
audible.
Voice is not audible. Ruchi,
I don't know
are
how
you getting my
it's
voice?
muted.
Yes, yes.
Ruchi is getting my voice clearly, I think. So maybe you have to check at your end what is the issue. Maybe there may be some
Your
issue.
voice is not audible to me. I don't know where it is muted.
No, I have not muted. Let me check it. Mm, no, I have not muted your voice. It seems fine at my end.
Hello.
Yes, I'm getting your voice
Your voice is not
clearly.
audible. I don't know from where it is muted.
No, it's if no, from my end it's okay. I'm able to get your voice clearly, and I have not muted your voice at all. Uh, you need to do maybe one thing that you can rejoin. Maybe that will resolve the issue. Because from my end it's okay. It is showing okay. There won't be any issue from my end. And even I'm getting your voice, Mr. Sankalp.
Hello.
Yes, I'm getting your voice.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ruchi, what you were asking? Will you please ask again?
I'm not getting why the else statement, both the else statement working or executing.
Uh, Here, while else?
Yeah, while else.
Okay. So that's that I was explaining you that in case of if else statement, either this will execute or this will execute. Either if statement will execute or else statement it will execute. If elif else in the if elif else statement, either this will execute or this will execute or this will execute. But in the while else statement, what is happening? Both will get executed. That I am trying to explain you. In this while if statement, first the while will execute, thereafter else will execute. Matlab both while and else both is going to execute here. That's why first I am getting 1 to 10 from the while loop, and thereafter I am getting this print statement, no 10 rupee note is left from the else statement. This is how while else loop works. You have to understand this. There is nothing very
If
rocket
while
science.
statement is false, then also they will execute.
Let's, yes, because see, at one point of time, then it has already printed 10. After that, while statement is getting false, thereafter it is coming inside this. Na?
Okay. Now, now I
Let's
got.
let's 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 do this like this. What I am doing, nodes is equal to 10. Let me explain you in a more simplistic. What is the value of nodes? 10.
10.
Let's initialize I is equal to 50. Let's initialize. And let's
Hmm.
check. What is the value of I? Now,
15.
is 50 less than equal to nodes?
No. It is greater than equal to notes.
That means my condition is
It is
getting false
greater
here.
than. It is greater than.
My condition is getting false here.
Yes.
Now let's run. So th- here we are not getting 1 to 10. Directly, this else part is getting executed. No 10 rupee note is left. And then I'm getting total. Are you able to understand this?
Yes. Yes.
Shall we move ahead? Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now let's understand. We have done so many questions on while loop. Now let's understand for loop. Or let's
Can you can you
yes,
repeat
yes.
it once again because my sound was not okay.
Which you are able to, okay, this
Line
thing.
12. Line 12. Yeah.
Line 12. Okay, okay. So Ruchi has here what is what I have told you. earlier that while and else, how this works. Whatever written inside this while block will first get executed. Thereafter, when the it get executed from this while loop, it goes into the else part, and whatever will be written inside the else, it will execute that. Means in this code, in the while else kind of thing, while get also executed and else will also get executed. Fine. So
Hmm.
we are just checking. We are just checking one condition that let's put I is equal to 15 here, and I am putting while I is less than equal to nodes. So here 15 is less than equal to 10. Is it correct? Is it yes or no? Is it true or false? No, it is not true. It is false. So
False, false.
since false, so it is getting exited from the loop. It is coming out of the loop. So
Right,
why? So where it is going in the else block, and
right.
it is printing no 10 rupee note is left. I am getting this no 10 rupee note is left. Do you understand this part?
Yeah,
Fine. Here, in this way, wherever you get while else kind of statement, there you will see all the while loop will get executed first. Whatever will be inside the while loop will get executed. Thereafter, what is written inside the else will also get executed. So let me give you one simple task uh, so that you can write this piece of code on yourself, and I'm giving you some time and show it to me. After that, we will move ahead. Okay. So before that, let me explain you something more. Then I will give you code. That will be a much more better. So let's understand the for loop first. Thereafter, I will give you some simple tasks. Okay. So I'm going to explain you the for loop here. For looping function. First, I think we have already studied about the list in the previous classes. Do you remember?
Yes.
So I have a list. I have defined one list, and this list has these values. Correct?
Mhm.
And now I am taking a for loop for I in list one print I. So let me explain you how this is working first. I think I have explained earlier also, but let me explain since we are dealing with the for loop here. So let me explain this first. Okay. So what is happening here? This is the for loop condition. How this for loop condition is working? See, first we have defined this variable earlier. I is equal to this is this. So this is index 0. This is index 1. This is index 2. This is index 3. This is index 2. This is index 5. I think you already know this. Now see, initially how this is working for I in list 1. So this is index or this is value. Initially, I is taking the index 0. And what is inside at the 0th index? What is the value inside the 0th index? Is 2. So
2.
initially, I is starting from the 0th index. Initially, the value of I is the 0th index. So it is taking the value at the 0th index. What is the value at the 0th index? 2 is the value at the
2.
0th index. And it is printing that value. So what is value 2? It is printing. Now, first loop, first iteration, it is called first iteration. During the first iteration, it is taking the first value. First value is what? The values at the 0th index. Value at the 0th index. When the first iteration get completed, it again came back. Now, automatically, in the like in the while loop, we have to increment it, but in the for loop, we don't need to increment it. It automatically its index get incremented by 1. So now the index, what index value that I is taking? First index. What is the value at that index? What is the value at that index? I think 6. Yes, 6.
6.
So it is taking the value 6. It is taking the value 6. And it is printing this value. So I am getting 6. Now, automatically it index in the third iteration, it is taking the value at the third index. At the second index, I think, sorry, second index and third value. So what is the value at the second index? 10. It is printed 10. Likewise, again, it is during the fourth iteration, it is taking value 50 and it is printing. During the fifth iteration, it is taking value 20 and it is printing. During the sixth iteration, it is taking value 50 and it is printing. This is how the for loop actually works. Do you understand this or not? Please, Mr. Misra, please
Yes,
tell
I'm
me, have you understand this or not? Okay. So let me give you one very simple question. You have to do it. I am giving you one list, too, and I am giving you the value of that list from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And you have to print the even number from this list using for loop. Okay. This is the question. Your time starts now. You can take your time and solve this question. Then we will discuss. Mr. Sankar, are you there? Or you went for a break? So now your time up. So I'm going to explain you. This is a very simple piece of code. What is the question? Print the even number from this list using the for loop. First, I'm running this list two. Now I'm writing the simple code for I in list two, and I'm defining one condition. See, if I will print simply print I, what will happen? What will happen? I'm asking you, Ruchi, if I will write for I in list two, print I, what will happen?
It will take up the number from zero index
Why
number
zero?
to uh,
From zero index till
till
the last
zero,
index.
14th one. 14th
Huh.
one.
So whatever the value is inside this list two, it will print one by one, all the
But
value. Let
sequence wise.
yes, like likewise this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 50. Ones to 50. Okay. But what I want only even number.
Yeah,
Correct? And what is
correct.
even number? And what is even number? Will you remember from your school days? This is school day mathematics. So do you remember what is even number? If
The
I ask
number
you
which
what is
is
even
divisible by 2.
two, correct. A number which is divisible by two is an even number. So let's put this same condition. If I is divided by 2 is equal to 0, then print I. What I have done here, I have put this condition I modulo 2. What does this give me? This gives me a remainder. I've explained you earlier
Yeah,
during the operators chapter classes. If I
yeah.
divided by 2,
It gives
what
us
it
remainder.
gives me remainder. That means
Yeah,
any number which is divided by 2, if it is giving me remainder of 0, that means it is divisible by 2.
exactly.
And if it is divisible by 2, then it is an even number.
Yeah,
So I want to print that number, which is fulfilling this condition. So now, if I run this code, I will only get that number, which is even. So now
divisible by.
again I am running this code. Now see, I am getting 2,
Okay.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Because these are the numbers which is fulfilling my this condition. So do you understand the logic?
Yeah, I understood the logic.
Understood. Correct. Now let's say if I will say you,
Odd numbers.
yes, print number which
Not
is not
divisible
divisible
by.
by 2 to print
Yeah,
odd for that number, and otherwise print that number. Print all the even number and print the number which is odd, print odd number in that place. So what you will do? You will simply add one more condition here.
mm.
Else, if else print odd number.
Else
Print
print.
odd. This print should come here. Actually, print odd,
Else,
print out, then else print odd number.
else print.
Odd number. So what will happen? It will first check. Is I divided by 2? If it is true, then it will print that number. Otherwise, if it becomes false, then what happens? If it comes into the else statement, and it will print the odd number. In place of odd number, it is just printing this odd number. Let me run this. Now let's see. First one, it is checking. 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0? No. So it is coming inside the else block. And what it is printing? Odd number. Then for 2, it is checking. Is 2 divided by 2 is equal to 0? Yes. Then it is printing I. It is printing 2. Again for 3, it is checking. Is 3 divided by 2 equal to 0? No. False. So it is coming here in the else block and printing. It goes like that. Do you get this?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Once again,
okay. Where you went? I think you were not there, or are you, or am I not audible to you?
yeah. Actually, I was not
Okay,
not audible.
okay, fine. So see, have you understood this thing? Have you understood this?
If you can once again.
Okay. So have you understood how the for loop works?
No. I was not there.
So I have to explain it again. Okay. So see, I have explained it earlier how this for loop works. Annotate and see how this. I have taken one list one, and I have assigned these values inside this list.
Okay.
When this loop is running for I in list one, print I. How this is working? Like you know, this is the first index, zeroth index, first index, second index, third index. This is fourth index, and this is fifth index. And you know from your earlier knowledge that list is a ordered. The items inside the list is in ordered form. So for I in list one, what it is doing? First, it is I am saying it is the position, index position, and this is the value at that index. So first index is 0. And what is
Yes.
the value at that index?
2.
2. So first I is taking the index 0
Right.
for I in list 1 when it is iterating during the first iteration. It is taking the value at the first index and it is printing that value. That's why I am getting 2 here. When the 2 gets printed, now during the second iteration, I is taking the value at the first index. What is the value at the first index? 6. And it is
6.
printing this value. Likewise, during the third iteration, I is taking the value at the second index, that is 10, and printing the value 10. During fourth index and fifth index, like that, it is taking the value at that index, iterating till it has iterated all the index which is present inside this list. Correct?
Right.
And it is printing all this. Now, second thing, what I have explained here, that I have given one list. I have given one list, this list, and list 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have a value till 50 inside this.
Okay.
So I have asked to print the even number from this using for loop. So you have to
Hmm.
print all the even number from this list.
Hmm.
Only even number.
Hmm.
Okay. So what happened in this? And I told him, in place of odd number, you have to print odd number.
Okay.
So first I have told him that even number, you can take this like that. First only take even number, otherwise you will get confused. So let's take this. So here what is this? For I in list 2, when is the number even? When it is divisible, completely divisible by 2, then the number will be even. Correct?
Right.
That means when so put I put this condition here. If I modulo, matlab I divided by 2 gives me remainder of 0 is equal to 0, then that means it is divisible by, it is an even number, divisible by 2.
Right.
When
Right.
any number divided by 2 gives me a
Hmm.
remainder 0, that means it is divisible by 2.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
and if that number is divisible by 2, it is fulfilling that condition, then print that number, print I. So
Right.
if I run this, I will get all the even number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Correct?
Right. Right.
Now, I have put one more condition here.
Hmm.
Else, if this condition is false, then print odd number.
Right.
If I run now, what is happening here? In place of odd number, I am getting this odd number, and in place of
Exactly.
even number, I am getting my number. 2, 4,
Right.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14 is my even number. So in place of even number, I am getting the even number, and in place of odd number, I am simply getting this odd number. This
Right.
is
Right.
all I am explaining.
Right.
Now, let me explain you one very simple. Let's take the example of one string example, which how the for loop is getting executed in case of a string. For letters in, or letter in AI Ki Pwthshala is print letter. If I write this, what will happen? I am getting this AI Ki Pathshala. How this is happening? Same thing. Same way it is happening. Same way what it is happening. See, here AI Ki. So this is 0th index. This is first index. This space is the second index. This is third. This is fourth. This is fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Do you understand this? Now, first letter is taking first index value. What is A? And it is 20. In the second index iteration, it is taking the value of first iteration of first index, and it is printing. Third, it is taking the value of uh, space,
Space.
so it is printing this space. Then K, then I, likewise. Then again a space is there, so it is printing this space here.
Right.
Again, this is there. So it is printing. Likewise, it is printing till we get. Do you understand this?
Yes, yes.
Fine. Okay. One more example that I would like to give you using the for condition. So here, what is this? I have defined one list here. Let's define one list here. List, list 3, and put some value here. This is the value. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to sum all the values inside the list using for loop. I have to sum all the values inside this list. What I have to do? Sum all the values inside this list using for loop. So this is a question for you. Yes? Anything? Any doubt? So let's start this, how we can tackle this problem. Whenever we get this kind of problem where you have to sum the numbers inside this list, first and foremost thing that I have to do is I have to define one variable. Let's see, let's take one variable list sum, and I am assigning a value of 0 in this value. The second thing that I will do is I will use a for loop and iterate through the list 3. First, let's run this. Okay. Then for, let's say I in list underscore sum, not list under, for list 3, list 3. What will happen? I will iterate through this list 3. What we are doing here is list underscore sum is equal to list underscore sum plus I. And then at the end, we are printing this list sum. Print list underscore sum. So let's print this and this code, and I'm getting printed. Let me explain you what I have done. Simply, I have defined one variable list underscore sum is equal to 0. So initially this list sum has a 0 value, correct? Now I'm iterating through the list 3, this list. So for I in list 3, first I is taking the value of 1, and list sum is equal to list sum plus I. So list sum has value 0, so it is taking the value 0, and I is 1. So 0 plus 1 get added during the first iteration. During the second iteration, I is taking value 2, and list sum is equal to, now the list sum has a value 1, 1 plus this 2. This keeps on going, iterating till we reach at 6, and finally we get the sum of all the list, and here we are printing list. Are you able to understand this simple code?
Yes.
Am I get? Yes? Okay, fine.
Yes.
So
But
it's getting too
I'm
late, almost.
getting, but I'm getting 1, 3, 10, 15, and then 21.
So you must be doing something wrong. You can share me your code. I will correct it, and I will tell you where you are doing wrong. So it's better if you can share me your code in my chat box so that I will copy it and paste it on my Jupyter, and then I will explain you what wrong you are doing. Can you ping me your code in my chat box?
Yes, I'm sending.
Fine, please send me. So this is the code from your end. Let's add list 3 here. Fine. Let's add list 3. Fine. Now, list underscore sum is equal to 0. You have defined. Fine. First thing that you have done wrong here is F. F is a capital here. So you have to put a small f. Fine. F should never be the capital. This is wrong. Let's see what I have done wrong. For I in list 3. Then you have to, since you have put an comma, semicolon, sorry, colon here, so you have to put an indentation. Otherwise, it will give you a wrong output. And here, in the print statement, your P is capital. You have to give a small p. Okay. So here you are defining list underscore sum in small, or here you are defining list underscore sum in L in capital. So this is wrong. You have to define the same thing everywhere. So now this piece of code is correct. If I run this piece of code, I will get 20. Do you able to understand what are the wrong practices you are doing while you are coding?
Yes.
So I am
And I'm
pinging
still
you.
getting this 1, 3, 6, 10, 2.
So you must be doing that thing wrong, or your previous value, it is taking the value from your previous cell. So if you restart clear output and then you will do that, you will get the correct output. But these are the things that you are doing wrong. So I am pinging you the same code that I have corrected it to you. You can just copy that code from the chat window and paste it in your cell and then run it. I hope it will definitely help. Just do it.
Okay.
So today we are ending at this here. During in the next class, we will start from the for loop because we have to do some more practices in the for loop. Then we will move to for and else loop, and then we will practice few more examples, and then we will move ahead. Correct? So
Right.
Okay.
by this, Anup Jha signing off, and
Thank you. Thank you very much.